it's your girl Jay and welcome to Weekly Wrap Up, a show where I talk about the hottest topics in K-pop. Where today, they had no electricity. Mess. So back in July 7th to be exact, the boy group The Legend, who debuted under SS Entertainment in 2014, filed a lawsuit to nullify their contracts. Legal representatives of the group stated, "This past July, we have filed lawsuits to nullify The Legend's contract with SS Entertainment. According to the contract, SS Entertainment should have been doing everything in its power to help The Legend grow and improve in skills and talent, but they are not in a situation where they are able to do so. The Legend have been unable to receive lessons, which are key to an idol's career. In addition, other employees of the label in charge of aiding The Legend's activities have also been unpaid and are resigning. The employees themselves have also filed lawsuits against SS Entertainment." After signing the contract, SS Entertainment failed to provide managers or transportation for The Legend, and because they constantly fail to pay the utility bill at the dorm in time, the gas has been cut off several times. Currently, there is no electricity. According to the contract, The Legend must also receive a settlement table every 3 months, but SS Entertainment has so far only provided The Legend with 2 settlement tables, but even those had numerous flaws. When the group asked for recreated ones, the content of the settlement tables changed. Afterwards, The Legend have yet to receive further settlement tables. Now, what's even messier is that this is not the first time that SS Entertainment has been sued based on these accusations. Freudian slip! In May of this year, Produce 101 contestants Lee Hae-in and Lee Soo-hyun actually filed a lawsuit against the company for the same reasons. However, in their case, after a few days of discussion, they came to an agreement and the company let them go and they dropped the lawsuit. But in The Legend's case, it's already been a couple weeks and we still haven't heard anything about a settlement or the case in general. That is until this week member Jaehyuk took to Twitter and spilt that hot tea, y'all. Now the statement he made was pretty long, so I'm just basically gonna point out some key points, but as always guys, I'm gonna link his full statement in the description box. So right off the bat, Jaehyuk talks about how the formation of The Legend was kind of like a favor to the CEO in order for the CEO to get investments for the group and the company. But after receiving these investments due to all The Legend's hard work, the CEO used it to buy cars and apartments and just pocketed it for himself. Now, it's not only The Legend who's suffering here because the CEO is not paying the makeup artists, the stylists, the dancers at all either. The statement also talks about how they're not properly notified for their schedules, Jaehyuk specifically citing a time when they were only told about a schedule 6 hours before it happened, and the CEO just simply said, "Go to your schedule now." He goes into detail about how, their water, electricity bill, and dorm rent isn't being paid, and how they're not even being given lessons to help develop their skills. So it just makes me think, what exactly is this company doing? You're taking all their money, but they're not getting anything back. They might as well just be independent because you're not doing anything for them. Lastly, what broke my heart was that one of the members actually posted a picture of himself in his job uniform because he actually had to take up a part-time job just to be able to actually make some money to make ends meet. So this thing is just such a mess, and it just makes me so annoyed and just angry that the person on top of this pyramid who literally does the least to make Legend successful is getting all the profit from it. And I thought it was just really heartbreaking because in his statement, Jaehyuk talks about whether the CEO has always been like this, just from the inception of The Legend. It was his plan to just scam The Legend and everyone out of money and exploit them, or it was when the money started coming in that the CEO got greedy. And by the way the CEO is acting, I would unfortunately say it's probably the former because it doesn't make sense. If you're not giving them lessons and giving them, investing in them so they can grow, then you were just looking at this whole situation as a quick way to make cash. And I just feel really bad because Jaehyuk seems like he was expressing this passion for performing and pleasing the fans, but it's he had to be in this struggle where even though he was trying to do what he loved, he was also helping out somebody who didn't give 2 flying shits about him. And speaking of the fans, I kind of feel bad for them because they were probably buying all these albums and supporting The Legend, thinking that they were actually helping The Legend out, when in reality, they're actually lining the pockets of somebody who was just exploiting the crap out of that. I mean, I just don't get that thought process. Here you have this group that's getting you so much money and you repay them by not paying them. So overall, that CEO is garbage trash, and I really hope that the legend can settle things, or at the least get themselves in a situation where they're not lining the pockets of that greedy man. Moving on, so supergroup IOI is set to make a comeback with their first subunit on August 9th, and with the release for the newest video teaser for their single Whatta Man, while there are many who are super excited, a lot of people are giving YMC a perpetual side-eye. The concept that they brought to the table this time around is a complete 180 from the cute concept they showed with their debut single Dreamgirls. They're giving you powerful runs, hard-hitting choreography, fierce gazes, and lots of leather, y'all. But many fans have been voicing their concern that this concept is way too sexy and mature for such a young group, because as it stands, a majority of the members of IOI are underage, especially when it comes to this particular subunit. Now I'm kind of torn, because when I first saw the teaser, I was more focused on the fact that this song is about to slay me down. Like, rather than giving me a sexy vibe, I felt like it was just more powerful. Like, everything was kind of like, don't mess with me. Rather than being sexy, the gazes were like threatening and kind of like what you want. And even the clothes, I didn't think they were sexy, I just thought they were like badass. But then the back of my mind kind of took me to a controversy that one of the Mnet directors got into recently. Basically, he was put on blast for calling Produce 101, the show that IOI came out of, a healthy porn for men. Anyway, thinking of that just made me really worried, because even if I didn't see it as sexual per se, that doesn't mean they couldn't still be exploiting them in sexual ways. And I like looked at the situation with a whole new set of eyes and was just kind of like, maybe this isn't what 15 and 16-year-olds should be wearing. But I think what it really will come down to for me is what the contents of the song are, because I feel like that will give a full picture of what message you're trying to push and display. And I'm already kind of clenching my fist because I heard the English demo of the song that's going around, and it does have allusions to sexual things. So I'm just kind of like, but as you guys know, a lot of the times demos and final products are nothing alike. So hopefully that is the case in this situation. But just know, YMC, I'm watching you. I was already on to you with that the way you dress so me in that one game advertisement, so like I'm right here. So apparently China's trying to ban y'all's oppas and unis. Listen. So this week, the K-pop fandom got shook with the news that China may be banning K-pop and South Korean entertainment content. Initially, a lot of people thought that this ban was due to just China being sick of the Hallyu wave and sick of seeing Korean entertainment all up in their entertainment industry. But an article posted to the media site Variety gave more insight into the situation. The article stated, China appears to have confirmed that it is to ban South Korean content from its TV screens in reprisal against the Korean government's decision to deploy the US-made Terminal High Altitude Area Defense Missiles, or THAAD. State-owned China Central Television reported that SART, China's broadcast regulator, had banned the airing of Korean TV shows with effect from September 1st. Some social media sources, however, said that the news report was a fake. South Korea says that THAAD can only be used defensively and is necessary to deter or defend against attack from North Korea. China opposes THAAD deployment, which is scheduled to take place next year, as it says the missile systems radar can be used to spy across borders and into China. Variety has also been told that Chinese-Korean co-productions and talent are to be restricted as part of the reprisal measures. Several Korean companies said that their Chinese partner had been given verbal instruction from China's Film Bureau that planned co-productions would not be approved. The regulatory measures had immediate impact on shares of leading Korean talent agencies. Both have recovered slightly since then. So I feel like the first thing that most K-pop fans did when this news came out was think, okay, but are my faves safe? Because y'all stay messy. And I feel like a lot of people felt that the biggest people to be affected by this were people who had a lot of acts that were active in China or popular in China. Say, for example, EXO, who has a very large Chinese fan base, or Yuna, who has been doing a lot of Chinese dramas as of recently, or YG, since Big Bang seems to be very big over there. But I feel like it's not just gonna invent the people who are like blatantly in China, because in the article it talks about how there's a lot of, co-production going on between Korea and China that some of us probably don't even know about. So even if your faves aren't that active in China or haven't really made a debut, you never really know how they're gonna be affected by this. Not to mention, it seemed like the Hallyu wave, which seemed to be heavily pushed in Japan a while back, is heading towards China. And a lot of groups have been trying to eye the country as a place for future advancement. All in all, it's a mess. And I feel bad for all the Hallyu fans in China who are just trying to, you know, get some entertainment, and now all of a sudden there's a threat of it being banned. But that's just my opinion. As always, guys, I want to know yours. What do you think about the messiness going on with the Legends lawsuit? And do you think that they'll be able to break free from the company anytime soon? How do you feel about IOI's upcoming comeback? Do you feel like it's too sexy? Or do you think people might be jumping the gun a bit and they're just trying to give a powerful girl crush type concept? And last but not least, are your faves safe from this China ban? Let me know down below. And as always, guys, if you like the video, make sure to like the video. If you love the video, make sure to share it. That's it for today, and see you next time on Weekly Wrap Up.